And changing topics now, the University of Miami had several students in Haiti when the earthquake decimated its capital. All are safe and back in the States, but the stories they have to tell are heartbreaking. Leanne Morejon has more.
Belkis, by now everyone is aware of the devastating earthquake that rocked Haiti in January. And right here at the University of Miami, students who were in Haiti while the earthquake occurred came together to discuss their experiences at the Wesley Center on the University of Miami campus. It's been nearly 2 months since the quake in Haiti, and the dust has now settled. Not only have people come out of the rubble, but their unique stories of survival as well. Last month, this group of University of Miami students came together to share their experiences. Ariel Dipperval arrived in Haiti on December 16th, unaware of what would happen less than a month later.
We were in the car. We were actually going home, and when it happened. So the minute we closed the door to the car, that's when the earthquake began. I couldn't really see anything going on necessarily around us. It felt more or less as if a car was hitting us continuously. So it's when the car now stopped that we kind of looked around and were able to notice like everything that had happened around us. And I couldn't even have that life flashing before my eyes moment because it didn't feel real. It just felt like an accident of sorts.
Dazed and shocked, Ariel walked the streets of Port-au-Prince, a place she's familiar with because of her Haitian heritage.
It was devastating, especially everything I knew kind of was entirely wiped out. And being the fact that I was in the street when it happened and in the capital itself when it happened, a lot of the things I saw, those that were in the outskirts and the suburbs didn't really know about.
Ariel and her classmates made their way back to their lodging, encountering the scenes that most of us have only seen on TV firsthand.
On the way there, just walking through the streets, you kind of walked over bodies, you heard people screaming. It was dark. It got dark really early, so there was a school with kids crying and you don't know how to help. There isn't light. There's no light for you to kind of try to be a hero and go in and save them. So that's what was really difficult also, is kind of not looking and keeping and focusing and trying to get back to safety.
Ariel was able to return to the United States on a U.S. Air Force plane thanks to help from the U.S. Embassy. Now that she's back home, she is urging everyone to band together to help Haiti, a country that struggled even before the devastating earthquake.
Haiti's going to need so much more help in the long term than just the short term.
And if you'd like more information on how you can help with that ongoing effort, you can contact the Red Cross by visiting their website. That's redcross.org. For Coral Gables Now, I'm Leanne Morejon. Belkis, back to you in the studio.
And the University of Miami continues to have a strong presence in Haiti. The university is operating a new temporary clinic treating earthquake victims and their families. We're going to take a quick break right now, but when we return, I'm going to take you on a trip to UM and into a part of the library very few people get to see. It's the Special Collections Department, and wait until you see what amazing items are housed there. And later, a school that encourages learning in all stages of life. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Coral Gables Now. We've brought you to the Special Collections Department here at the Otto Richter Library right here at the University of Miami campus. Now this library is home to a rare collection of books and other materials that date back to the 15th century. Cristina Fabreto is here and she will be our guide through our journey back in time. She is the head of the Special Collections Department here. Thank you so much for being.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Great. It's great to have you.
So tell me about what type of items you can find here at the Special Collections Department.
We have everything from rare books, as you said, to correspondence, diaries, scrapbooks, photographs, objects, artwork, sculpture, medals, recipes. It's just a treasure trove of historical materials about Coral Gables, about Florida and Miami in particular, and also about our culture and European culture as well.
And how do you come across these items? How do you come into possession of these items?
Many of these items are donations. In what I call the golden age of libraries, people used to donate their own book collections. They would leave them to libraries. They donate money so that the libraries could purchase collections, but we also purchase materials.
Okay. All right. So is this something that anyone can come and see?
Yes, and I want to stress that. We are like a museum, but you can actually touch the items. You can leaf through the books. You can read them. You can spend all day if you'd like. You can come here at 9 in the morning when we open and stay until 4. And you can come every day. You're most welcome. There are librarians here to help you. And you can't borrow the books, and you'll need to show registration. You'll need to register, show some ID. But after that, you are welcome here.
Okay, so not a lot of people even know this exists, so we're trying to, add more or shed more light on this collection, beautiful collection. And I want you to go through some of the items with me, and I see you've got a beautiful spread here of Coral Gables.
Yes, we showed just a tiny, tiny sampling, tip of the iceberg of the type of materials that we have. We wanted to showcase one of our big collections, which is Pan Am Airlines. That's over 1,600 boxes of material, and it ranges from very early history, correspondence and photographs of Charles Lindbergh, Amelia Earhart, to the moon voyage. So here you have some nice items documenting the time when Pan Am was involved with the moon voyage in 1969, 68 and 69.
There's someone that actually wrote a check out to $24 billion for the day that he'd be able to get on a plane.
I'd love to be able to cash this, but we can't. And yes, it's $24 billion. So because he wanted that much to be on the moon flight. So we saved the check, we saved his letter. These are popular early depictions of flight attendants. This is the inside of the Pan Am Terminal, which is now City Hall in Miami. So it's a wonderful collection.
And I see here one of the things that we're going to be talking about, the Coral Gables home book, right?
Yes. When George Merrick developed Coral Gables, he saw it not only as a vacation destination, but as a place for people to live. And so because so much attention was lavished on the architecture, on the landscape, he also had these beautiful brochures, which are quite rare now because they're fragile and people maybe haven't saved them. When you get brochures, you tend to lose them.
Can we see through them?
Let's look. These are selling the beautiful homes of Coral Gables. So you can see it's black and white because color would have cost that much more. But some of these houses are still there. You can drive around and actually take this guide and compare it to what's there, see how the homes have changed. And it's beautiful, and they have lovely descriptions.
So basically, this is how he would sell his home.
Yes, this is how he would develop the Coral Gables area. He would send out these brochures to people. He would get Rex Beach was a popular author, a novelist in his day, and he wrote this little basically, it's also a selling tool. It's called The Miracle of Coral Gables. So that's quite rare,
So he did like a story.
A little story about how Coral Gables was developed.
This one is so cool because there's a street in Coral Gables. It's called Obispo, and basically there's a book that if anyone lives in Obispo would love to see this.
Every house on Obispo is in this. And it's just charming. And you could also see, now it's very lush, but you could see it very sparse trees.
Right.
So these are new houses that they were selling. It would be kind of fun to know the prices.
Yeah.
The price list was probably separate.
And then we've got a gorgeous, colorful map here of Florida. Tell me about
Yes,
that.
1706. I call it the Lamb map. Can you see why I call it that? But that's not the official name. It's by a famous Dutch map maker, and you can see that Florida is not really accurately portrayed. That's often the case.